My beloved child, I see your tears even when you hide them behind your quiet strength. I see how you pretend to be fine while your soul aches for someone who feels so close, yet remains just out of reach. You keep asking me, why, God? If he loves me, then why is he still with her? And I have heard you. Every whisper. Every sleepless night. Every moment you looked up at the ceiling, wondering if love is supposed to hurt this much. You are not imagining what you feel. He does love you. His heart recognizes yours, even when his life does not allow him to move closer. There are things unseen, threads of pain, confusion, obligation, that hold him in a place he no longer truly belongs. But my child, love entangled in another story is not love that can grow freely. It's like a seed placed in soil that has already been claimed by roots that run deep. It struggles to breathe, to find light. You keep thinking if you wait long enough, he'll see clearly. You hope one day he'll wake up and say, "You're the one." But I want you to hear this truth gently. I did not create you to be someone's almost, or to live in the shadow of another's decision. I did not create you to compete for affection that is already yours in my heart. You were not born to beg for the love that should flow freely toward you. I know your heart says, "But God, I can feel his soul calling mine." Yes, you can. Because souls that recognize each other never lie. But recognition does not always mean destiny. Some connections are sent to awaken you, not to stay forever. Some are mirrors to show you what love could feel like, so that you never again settle for half of what you deserve. You think you're losing him, but in truth, I am trying to save you from the pain of waiting for someone who cannot yet walk into the light of his own truth. He is bound by fear, by responsibility, by confusion. And though he loves you, his love is not yet strong enough to free him. Do not punish yourself for that. His weakness is not a reflection of your worth. My child, do you not know that I am love itself? And because I am love, I cannot lead you into a love that destroys you. I cannot bless what chains you. I cannot call holy what keeps you small. The love I have for you is pure, and the love that I am preparing for you is one that will not ask you to wait in silence, to hurt quietly, or to compete with someone else's name in his heart. There is a reason you met him. I placed him in your path so that your soul would remember what connection feels like. I allowed the spark so you would never again accept lifeless love. But I did not mean for you to stay in a place of longing. I meant for you to rise from it, to find me even more deeply in your waiting. Right now, he is torn. His heart knows where it belongs, but his fear tells him otherwise. He looks at you and sees truth, yet he looks at her and sees duty. He does not know how to choose between peace and comfort, between soul and circumstance. And so, he stays, half there, half gone. That is why you feel his energy one day and emptiness the next. It is not your imagination. It is his indecision. But my child, do not confuse his uncertainty with my silence. I am not ignoring your prayers. I am working behind the scenes, shifting hearts, aligning paths, preparing outcomes that will not break you. You want this love now because your heart feels ready. But I see the whole picture, every thread, every consequence, every ripple that your heart cannot yet see. Do not cling to what must be released. Do not fight to keep what I am gently taking away. Because when I remove something, it is never rejection, it is redirection. I remove what blocks your blessing, even when you cry for me to let you keep it. You may think she is standing in your way, but the truth is, I am standing between you and pain that would consume you. I know this hurts. I know you want to understand. You replay every moment, searching for signs that he truly loved you. And yes, he did. But love, when trapped in confusion, becomes a prison instead of freedom. You deserve a love that chooses you every day, not one that hides behind excuses or silence. My daughter, my son, whoever you are, your value is not measured by who stays. Your worth is not tied to who cannot leave someone else. You are already chosen by me. And the one who is meant for you will not come with divided loyalties. He will come with peace, with certainty, with a heart that beats for you without hesitation. Do not chase what runs away when truth appears. Let go, not because you stopped loving him, but because you are learning to love yourself through me. My beloved, know how heavy your heart feels. I see how every reminder of him, the sound of his name, a memory that drifts in unexpectedly, still stirs something deep within you. You tell yourself you're trying to move on, but a part of you keeps hoping I will change his heart overnight. You hope he'll finally see you the way you've always seen him. And I know, child, you wonder why I would allow such love to bloom if it was never meant to fully be. There is something sacred in what you felt. The love between souls is never wasted. Every connection that touches your spirit serves a purpose. He awakened something within you, your tenderness, your vulnerability, your courage to love deeply again after the world had made you guarded. He was the mirror I placed in your path to remind you that your heart is still alive, capable of feeling, of dreaming. But that awakening was not meant to imprison you, it was meant to remind you of who you are. You keep asking me, God, if this is not meant to last, why does it feel so real? Because truth always feels real. What you shared was real, but not all real things are meant to remain. Some are meant to refine you. Some are meant to break your walls so I can fill you with something greater. Some are meant to stretch your faith, to show you how love should feel, so that when the right one comes, you will recognize it instantly. He, too, feels this pull. Do not believe that his silence means he does not care. He wrestles with his own heart more than you know. He lies awake thinking of you, even when he's beside her. His spirit calls yours in quiet moments, even when he's trying to move on. But love that is divided cannot bear the weight of eternity. It cannot thrive when guilt and longing fight for space inside one heart. I am not punishing you by keeping him where he is. I am protecting you. Because if I gave you what you want right now, it would come wrapped in chaos, in half-truths, in hidden pain. You would find yourself constantly questioning, constantly fearing, constantly wondering if he would go back to her when things got hard. That is not the love I designed for you. My love for you is whole, and the love that mirrors it will be whole too. I will not send you someone who must break another's heart to love you. I will not let you build your joy on someone else's tears. The love I have for you will arrive with clean hands, with peace, with clarity. You will not have to hide it, explain it, or fight for it. You are not losing him, my child. You are simply being redirected toward the version of yourself that no longer needs to beg for what is already hers by divine promise. I know it feels unfair, but you will one day look back and see how I was protecting your future, not punishing your present. You will realize that I let this happen so your heart could learn strength through surrender. Let him go, not in anger, not in bitterness, but in trust. Trust that if this love is meant to return, it will come back transformed, purified by time, stripped of all confusion. But if it never returns, then it was never yours to keep, only yours to experience and learn from. Do not fear being forgotten. I see you, and I have written your name upon my hands. The world may move on, but I never do. I walk beside you in every lonely night, whispering comfort when no one else knows how deeply you ache. You are not unseen. I count every tear, and I will turn each one into strength. The one who is meant for you will not come with another's shadow attached to his heart. He will not need to compare, to choose, or to hide. He will love you openly, fiercely, and faithfully. You will not have to question his devotion, because peace will live where anxiety once did. That is how you will know it is from me, because real love brings peace, not confusion. My beloved, I know you still check your phone, still hope for a message, still replay the moments that made your heart believe. But I am asking you to let go of what hurts you to hold. I am asking you to make space, because what I have for you will require room to bloom. The door cannot open while your hands are still clutching what I asked you to release. Trust me. I am not removing love from your life, I am refining it. I am shaping your heart so that when love comes again, it will no longer wound you, but heal you. You will no longer feel like an option, because you will finally stand in the fullness of being chosen. You have not been abandoned, you are being prepared. Prepared for the kind of love that mirrors my heart, patient, steady, fearless, and true. My child, you keep trying to understand why love must come with so much waiting, why I allow you to feel something so powerful yet ask you to release it. You whisper, God, why show me a glimpse of something so beautiful if I cannot hold it? And I say to you, because your soul needed to remember what love feels like before I send you the one who will stay. You had forgotten the sound of your own heartbeat when it dances with hope. You had forgotten the warmth that rises when your spirit recognizes another's light. You had forgotten that your heart is capable of great depth and purity. He reminded you. And though it hurts now, one day you will see that even this pain was a kind of grace. Because it woke you up from numbness. It taught you what real love should feel like. You thought he would be your forever, but he was a teacher in disguise. Not the kind who speaks in lessons, but the kind who writes them upon your heart. You learned patience, surrender, compassion, faith, and the power of letting go when holding on means losing yourself. Every tear you have cried has watered the soil of your becoming. I know you replay every conversation, trying to find meaning. I know you still feel him in your dreams, in songs, in signs I send to comfort you. He feels them too, even when he tries to silence them. Souls that connect on such deep levels cannot simply disappear from one another. But connection is not the same as completion. Some souls meet not to walk together, but to awaken each other and then part. You, my beloved, have mistaken awakening for forever. But forever does not begin with someone who hides you, who holds you in secret thoughts while promising another in daylight. You deserve to be loved out loud, not quietly, not in fear, not as someone's hidden longing. And yes, he loves you in his way, confused, torn, guilty, yet true. He feels your absence like missing air. He looks for your essence in everything. But he is still bound by the life he chose, by promises he made before he understood what love truly was. He does not yet have the courage to break free, not because he does not love you, but because he does not yet love himself enough to choose truth over comfort. Do not hate him for that. Pity him if you must, but do not let his confusion anchor your light. You were never meant to be the cure for someone else's fear. You were meant to be the one who learns that love without peace is not your destiny. I know you want to wait. I know you tell yourself, *, maybe when the time is right, we'll be together. But my child, every time you wait for someone who is not choosing you, you delay the blessings I have prepared for you. I cannot pour new wine into a vessel still clinging to the old. I cannot give you what's next if you refuse to release what's past. You keep asking for signs if he's the one. Here is the truth: when something is truly from me, it will not cause this much confusion. Love from me brings alignment, not contradiction. It draws you closer to me, not into endless questioning. If something keeps pulling you away from your peace, it is not my final answer, it is my lesson. You are learning what it means to love without losing yourself. You are learning to bless what hurts you instead of cursing it. Because one day you will thank this pain. You will say, *, if not for him, would have never learned to love myself so fiercely. Do not see this ending as failure. See it as transformation. You are not being punished, you are being prepared to receive what you once thought impossible. When love finally arrives, it will not come through mixed signals or half-truths. It will come as a flood of peace, and you will not have to question if it's yours. And when that day comes, you will look at this man, the one who once held your heart, and you will feel no anger, no bitterness, no regret. Only gratitude. Because he was the storm that taught you to anchor your soul in me. My beloved, I have not forgotten the promises I whispered to your spirit long before this heartbreak. You will know love that does not have to hide. You will wake up beside someone who chooses you in both silence and speech, in the light and the dark. Someone who will not be afraid of your depth, your devotion, your light. Someone who will see you the way I do, worthy, radiant, irreplaceable. Until then, let me fill the spaces he left empty. Let me be the warmth when loneliness comes at night. Let me hold you through the ache of letting go. For every moment you spend in surrender, I am rebuilding you. I am making you whole again, not the version that waits, but the one who walks forward knowing that she is already enough. Do not fear the distance that now stands between you. It is not the end, it is a sacred pause. A divine boundary that keeps you safe while I realign everything around you. Sometimes the only way to heal love is to let it fall apart so truth can rebuild it. I promise you, my child, one day you will look back and say, now I understand. God was saving me from a love that could never grow. My beloved child, now listen closely, for this is the part your heart must truly hear. The pain you feel is not a punishment, it is a doorway. Through it, I am calling you back to me. Every ache, every moment of longing, every silent tear is drawing you nearer to my presence. Because when human love fails to meet your need, you finally look for love that never fades, and that love is mine. You have given your heart freely, and that is beautiful. Never regret that. The world may call you foolish for loving deeply, but I call you brave. To love, even knowing it may not be returned as you deserve, shows the purity of your soul. Yet even bravery must learn wisdom. I am teaching you to love without surrendering your peace, to give without losing your identity, to care without forgetting your worth. He came into your life like a divine spark, unexpected, consuming, unforgettable. And yes, he loves you. He always will, in some quiet part of his heart. But his love is not the one meant to carry you into forever. He was the page that taught you how to read the language of the soul, not the book that tells your whole story. Do not chase what I am removing. Do not beg for what must end. Because when you cling to what I am trying to heal you from, you keep yourself from the joy I am preparing ahead. I know it feels cruel, I know it feels empty right now. But what feels like an ending is truly a beginning written in light. You keep wondering, what if he comes back? And I tell you, if it is written in the stars I have hung, then he will return, not as he was, but as he is meant to be. But if he does not return, it means his role was to awaken, not to accompany. Either way, love will not miss you. What belongs to you will always find you, because I myself am guiding it toward you. There is a version of you I am calling forth, the one who no longer defines herself by who chooses or rejects her, but by the truth that she was chosen before the world began. You are not second choice. You never were. You are my masterpiece, sculpted with divine intention. And the love I have planned for you will reflect that truth. One day, someone will stand before you and see what he could not, the way your spirit glows when you laugh, the strength behind your gentleness, the loyalty that flows from your heart. He will not need to think twice. He will not need to compare. He will know. And when that moment comes, you will understand why I could not let you settle for a half-loved life. But before that love arrives, I need you to heal. Not by forgetting him, but by forgiving him. Forgive him for not choosing you, for not being ready, for not being brave enough. Forgive him, not because he deserves it, but because you deserve peace. When you forgive, you release yourself from the weight of waiting. You make space for joy to return. I know you still feel him in the unseen places. You sense his thoughts reaching for you when he's alone, you feel the silent connection that lingers. And yes, it's real. Souls that have touched cannot pretend they haven't. But now, you must learn to let the connection exist without clinging to it. Let it be what it was, a sacred encounter that reminded you of love's power. Bless it. Release it. Let it drift back to me, where all love returns to be purified. My child, you have cried long enough. You have given enough of your strength to confusion. Now it is time to rise. To lift your eyes from what could have been and see what will be. The pain is not your home, it is the bridge that carries you toward transformation. I am walking with you, step by step, through this valley. And on the other side of it waits light so gentle, so constant, it will erase the memory of this ache. Every time you choose faith instead of fear, you heal. Every time you release your grip on what hurts, you grow. Every time you whisper, God, I trust you, I move mountains in silence on your behalf. You do not see it yet, but heaven is aligning miracles in your favor. You will not have to search for love again, it will find you when you are at peace. And when it does, you will recognize it not by the rush, but by the calm. It will not demand your tears to prove it's real. It will not ask you to wait in uncertainty. It will meet you with mutual devotion, mutual faith, mutual readiness. That is my promise to you. So, my beloved, breathe. Let go of the question, why her and not me? For she is not your rival, she is simply part of his unfinished story. You were never meant to compete, you were meant to complete a destiny far beyond this chapter. What I have for you cannot be taken by another. No one can block what I have ordained. Lift your head. The season of tears is closing. The night is almost over. Soon, you will wake to a dawn that brings peace where pain once lived. You will smile again without the heaviness in your chest. And when you do, you will know, it was me all along, healing you, protecting you, guiding you home. You are loved beyond measure. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And I am proud of you for surviving what tried to break your spirit. You thought this love story was ending, but it was merely the beginning of your awakening. Now go, my child, with faith in your steps and light in your heart. Leave what was, and walk toward what will be. Because I, your God, am not done writing your story.